And just because a lot of you have been asking for the full story, what happened was I ride my bike around here trying to fix problems, do different things like that. And I was riding through Camp Neighbor, the Hackers on a Plane camp, which is right over here. And I was riding past my tent, and I didn't have my lantern on at night. And I knew there was a little log right there in the road, but I had forgotten that when I rode right past it, then right into it, then right over it. And then got up, everything was fine, and my ankle didn't swell up until a couple of hours later. Right when I was done with all of my work and ready to go party, I was trying to walk over to the Sea Base Village back there, and I was limping a little bit. Then it got really, really bad. I couldn't move. CERT came, brought me to CERT. The pain got really, really bad. They took me to the hospital. They gave me one shot, and apparently they gave me two more. I didn't feel those, though. And then I took some pills, and then I didn't feel anything else, and I was pretty much just not in that much pain yesterday. So thank you to CERT, and thank you to the local hospital authorities for that. Did you guys see the party bus last night? Did you like it? Did you like seeing it? Was that cool? Was anybody here actually on the party bus? Anybody? Nobody? Are they all still asleep? Yes? They're all still asleep? Because what ended up happening is I actually had a list of people who I had arranged in advance, but all of them, or half of them didn't show up. So we were just basically driving the bus back, and anybody that I had off of the tarmac, I was just, hey, you want to go to Berlin, party? Just dragging them right on the bus, and we had a great time, came in. So what'd you guys think of Hacker Jeopardy last night? How many of you were at Hacker Jeopardy last night? What'd you guys think of it? That's what you think of Hacker Jeopardy? Use more GSM? Okay, did you get, of those of you who were at Hacker Jeopardy, how many of you liked it? Round of applause if you were there. All right, cool. That was fun. Who am I gonna pick on here? All right. For those of you who are standing in the back, we're done. We have no more free seats in here, right? Is that correct? Oh, okay. Oh, hey, you guys in back, we've actually got free seats up there. Yep, keep your hands up. Cool, yep, we're gonna fill those last free seats, and then I'm actually gonna embarrass Mitch while he's in the middle of his lunch. Mitch, come on up here. Swallow. Okay. Come on up, everybody give Mitch Altman a round of applause. So Mitch did this great thing to help people around the camp network with other people around the world. How many of you guys have seen the Hackerspace diplomatic passports? Round of applause for those.
Well, I hope you all use them to cross borders indifferently everywhere around the world, to visit hackerspaces everywhere you go and make the world a cooler place as you see it everywhere. So yeah, these are free, they're open source. Feel free to download them, change them, distribute them widely. Yeah, I made them so we could be encouraged to cross-pollinate, because the more that we share our ideas, the more we can enthusiastically learn from one another. And I think not only our lives get better, but the lives of those around us. So yeah, enjoy. Okay,
cool. Thank you, Mitch. And so this is the moment of our program where I check to see what time it is so I can figure out how much I have to yell at the people who are supposed to be here 3 minutes ago. Oh, you're here? Okay, so now she gets to yell at me. Everybody, we're going to get the closing ceremony started. Huge round of applause for Paula. Yep, come on. All right.
Hi, everyone. And I'm actually going to keep this very short this time. It's going to be a 100% fact-free closing event this time. I'm sure some anal retentive nerd will write up a Wikipedia article with all the facts and details on how much mate we drank and whatnot. So you can look that up later. But first, the awesome rocket people who made the batches that we all laugh so much are going to give a short presentation, and I'm sure they have lots of interesting things to tell.
Yeah, hello everyone. We just wanted to tell you some stuff that was going on with the rockets here at camp. And we just start... We tried to collect as many photos of rocket modifications as we could find. So if you have done something interesting or anything with your rocket, and we didn't take a photo of it, just take a photo, send it to us, tell us about it so we can have a nice collection. Yeah, we have some knitted, or I think it's crocheted. I can't really say that. This one was surely cozy last night. Yeah, and this one is in the same design as the fairy dust outside. Then someone printed a 3D craze, and you see even the 5-way button is printed. Then someone attached it to his hat. And here you see an RJ45 extended hacker bus on the left and on the right. And this is a breadboard which can produce a countdown for the rocket. Also, there were several extension boards made. These are just 2 of them, which could make an annoying noise and blink a bit. This is a very nice hack. It's from a biro, the cap of a biro, and it's used as a joystick. So this rocket is modified with one of those light sticks that were flying around all night yesterday. And yeah, a shiny LED. That's what lots of people did, and even more shiny LEDs. And even more shiny LEDs. A lot more. Okay, then there were several new flames appearing. We had some flames as kits, and now we have, this one was made for someone from the third, I think, cross flame, and this is from the logo of this camp. And here, this is just a test how many you can stack, and on top is a Nyan Cat flame. And very interesting is a Geiger counter, which can be attached to the rocket now. You see the counts on the rocket display. And someone had an embroidery machine. They embroidered the rocket for us on very interesting places. Also, there was a rocket laser tag designed during this camp. And today we actually got the chance to play some laser tag. Yeah, we have a little movie. And about the laser tag, this is the flame again with the many LEDs. And here, this one is the car.
Ich weiß noch nicht, wie ich es... Ja. As many of you know, we sold USB cables at our village for like €2. The Real around here got wind that USB cables were needed, and they priced them like €8. And after they heard that they were sold here, they reduced the price. And I wanted to say a few words about the hack the rocket stuff I mentioned at our last talk. We had several people attempting to find the secret keys. This is one of them. Several people came to us and had the keys. I think the last count was like 7 people or groups. Two of them, the first of them was Rumpeltux, which was near, also at our village, but he didn't have anything to do with the development. He found a buffer overflow in the font renderer and managed to dump the firmware out to the data flash and read it back in. He will get, for being the first one, he will get a t-shirt, one of the few Rocket t-shirts. I forgot it at the tent, so Ray will model the design. So a rare, limited design. We had a second team exploiting the same buffer overflow. Unfortunately, they were like a day later. We had several other attacks. One was using an interesting part which printed parts of the memory to the display. And they read the key back by counting the pixels. I imagined I had really much fun with that. There were several social engineering attacks. Most of them worked. One team got me to sign a loadable module with an exploit, and another team, which was really ingenious, modified their rocket so I couldn't turn it off, and it appeared to be in the programming mode, but in reality they dumped the firmware I flashed on their rocket to the data flash. A second team attempted the same. Unfortunately, they came later, so I already knew about that, and I discovered it. One of the few that failed. What was the last one? I don't remember. There were several more attempts, most of them successful. I don't exactly remember. There's also the social engineering and the hacks showed conclusively that there is no real way to keep the key secret. So for the Congress, there will be a firmware with no more secret keys. I hope you're all happy with that. I think that was it. Did I forget anything? No. Okay, that was it. Thank you.
Thank you, Rocket Team, and I'm very much looking forward to the Rocket Tech Games next year. No, 4 years. Or at the Congress. Congress, awesome. Great. So, I've been asked to do this closing event about 2 hours ago. It's the Chaos Communication Camp. Of course, I was asked 2 hours ago. And I was asked not to ramble on endlessly, thanking each and every single person here. So I'm just going to say thank you to all volunteers. Thank you to the organizers, Julia and Sepung. They are the only ones who get mentioned by name, because otherwise we would never stop. Big applause for Julia and Sepung. That was quite impressive. I think we sent a very clear message to all the volunteers and the angels who helped make this event possible. And of course, I also want to thank all of you for coming and making this an awesome event and doing shit. And so I spent the last hour doing something very atypical. I just walked around and started talking to people at random and asking them in 3 sentences or less, not necessarily grammatically correct, what their personal highlight was. And I've got some very, very awesome answers, and I just tried to summarize them. One was that this year's camp was definitely more diverse and open as compared to the last camp. There were more diverse groups of people actually interacting, and we had jugglers and arts and shit. The other one was the general light and mood of the event. I mean, the lights were awesome. We have to thank Art Event for giving us such a light show. And I'm actually going to quote someone by word, whom I've talked to. It was even more colorful than last time, even with less drugs. One other thing that I've heard quite often is what was awesome was meeting inspiring people and drawing inspiration from talking to all these interesting, smart, crazy people. Also cross-culture, because our community is a little bit fractured at this point. There's so much going on, and people don't necessarily talk beyond the boundaries of their individual communities. And this camp was a great event to get to know people from other communities and there's a bird. Oh, no, it's gone. Okay, there was a bird, honestly. Another quote was awesome was peace, love, collaboration, and grappa. You can guess who that was. So big thanks to the Italian embassy for all the grappa and the hangover. Rattling of stuff, the ball pit was great, was mentioned. The crab printer, I don't know how many of you have seen that. Crab printer, Lavandel, great and tasty. Something else, I don't know whether you knew that we invaded Poland this morning. A group of people sent 2 weather balloons 13,000 meters up, and apparently it landed somewhere over Poland, so. Yeah, there's a chase team out now trying to recover the payload. Good luck to them. Yes, another beautiful quote. Somebody said that one of the best things about this camp was meeting people AFK, sick, with whom you can have an entire conversation meaningful just with memes. Somebody answered the showers. I asked them, what was the best thing at this camp, or your personal highlight? And they said, the showers. Honestly, if the showers are the highlight, you're doing it wrong, but maybe you want to try again and do like the next guy. I asked who answered the threesome. Lucky guy, okay. Something that I also found great was the geodesic dome. Some of you may have seen that, was actually built ad hoc from collapsed tents. So much for inventive hackers. I've also gotten quite a few responses that this is not for public consumption. You know, the thing that happened that we agreed not to talk about, and I couldn't get them to tell me about it, so very secretive. Anyway, I was going to keep this short and sweet, so I'm just going to give you some organizations. Take your trash with you. Yeah. Honestly, take your fucking trash. There's trash bags at the entrance. If anybody has some spare time, they can stay here and help with the teardown. Just find the angels, they'll know what to do, and give you tasks. And we'll see you all at the Congress. End of this year, December, as always, and at the camp in 2015. Start planning, people. And just as a motivation to stay here for a bit and help with the teardown, there's going to be an after party at the Trockendock, which is awesome, by the way. Tonight, Trockendock, music, drinks, people. So, which just leaves me to say so long and thanks for all the fish.